대한민국. 대한민국. I have a confession to make. I don't like football. I tried. I watched the World Cup and I watched the Asian games, but I don't like it, and I just don't get it, and I don't think it's really my fault. I think it's part of my culture. In the US, we have this thing called ADHD, means attention deficit hypersensitivity disorder. It means we can't concentrate on anything for more than 6 seconds. You teachers know about this, and I think most Americans suffer from this condition. The average American is kind of like that, like Homer Simpson. So this problem is, you can see how it works in our sports that we like. We have our own sports, basketball, baseball, football, but we don't like football because it's not our sport and because the sport isn't really designed for us. So you might say, well, baseball, that's a pretty boring sport. And I agree with you. It is a very boring sport. But football is, not only is it boring, but it's always also very frustrating. It's like they're always just about to score. It's always just scoring and then they don't score. Always about to score and then they don't score. Kind of like my social life. Now, Korean baseball and American baseball is a different experience. Korean fans are very actively engaged, but American baseball is not like that. American baseball is more about relaxing, big relaxing. And notice we have a big, we have a bigger score, but it's also about big eating and big drinking. That's why we go to baseball. But the other sports you can see, like football, we have the big score, and we have big violence, and we have big aspiration. And then basketball, we have big people, and we also have big score. So the problem with football or soccer is not designed for Americans. There's no sex, there's no violence, and there's no big score. So what I would recommend is that we change soccer a little bit, football, so that Americans can join in. Yeah. We feel left out. Everybody in the world loves soccer, but we don't get it. So I think it's not too much to ask to make some small adjustment. And this is not without precedent. We can Americanize football. After all, the United States has so many nuclear bombs, we could blow up the world 10 times. So you should be nice to us. So in basketball, they changed the game. They made the 3-second rule, which means that the big guys cannot just stand here. And they made the 24-second clock, so they just couldn't hold on to the ball. And they made the 3-point line. So sports can be changed. So let's look at how we could change football. The thing about no sex. Well, what we could do is we could have more qualified referees than we do now. Like her. That would do it. Americans would be more interested in sport. And let's see about no violence. What can we do? Now, this is not violence. Yeah. This is violence. This is bad acting. In fact, it's almost as bad as the wrestling, I think. So I've come up with a solution that will also end the bad acting and will make American people happy. And that is what I call the 3-second rule for football. And that's if any player falls down and lays on the ground for more than 3 seconds, then the referee will have a pistol and he can shoot that person. Now, very quickly, word will get around and other players will stop doing that. And also, Americans will like it because we really like guns. So just a small change. The other thing with no big score, that's another problem. You know, sometimes you watch a whole football match and it's 0-0. Right? That drives me crazy. So Americans like big score. So how about 1 goal? It's easy. Yeah. And another thing we can do is extend the goal. Now it's so simple. All the way across the field. And how about more than 1 ball? That could make the game much more lively and you could really enjoy. And how about letting us use our hands? I mean, we have hands. Why not use them? This is just a little pet peeve of mine, this vuvuzela. It's become quite irritating. So I just personally recommend that we exchange the vuvuzela for saxophone. In the end, we can have Americanized football, and we can include everybody in the game. And I think that if we do this, we'll have a much more harmonious world. We can all get together every 4 years, and we can celebrate our love for sports and competition and enjoy our own humanity. And this is my aspiration. And I hope that I can accomplish my goal!